So I'm just gonna get straight into it tonight. I've had a mad couple of days. So yeah, I'm just gonna get straight in. Check my volumes all working. You guys let me know if you can hear me properly. I hope you can. My audio is there. Right, I'm good. Default audio output input. Booyah. It's reminding me I'm on live when I'm already on live. Cheers, mate. But yeah, what a day I've had there. What a day I've had. Second demo day in a row. Did one yesterday. Well, yesterday's was actually a product launch yesterday. So yeah, it was good. It was a good day. Got to be around a lot of like-minded people, which I like to do. I like to be around a lot of people from the industry, from K-Rend. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about that. I'm just going to make sure that I get all of this, make sure it's all shared out and everything like that. But yeah, good day, man. Waiting for you guys to get on. But yeah, it's it's been a mad one, man. I was out at door this morning, crack of dawn, man. Left my house, just gone 5:30, and the weather was bad this morning. You know what it's like, right? When you hit the motorway or any type of road with a bit of rain. Well, there was a lot of rain, to be honest. There was a lot of rain, but people all of a sudden can't drive in rain. Even though got window wipers and stuff like that to make it nice and clear, for some reason it was a nightmare. So especially around Sheffield this morning, it was mad. So yeah, it wasn't good. So I got there a little bit late, but I think I made up for it. We did some good talking, some good educating. Is my watch driving you mad? Sorry, girls. Got my cats next to me and they're going mad because I can see my watch keeps bouncing around the light from the lights above. So they're going mad, so I'll take that off. Sorry, love. Get back up here and go to sleep. Come on. So yeah, so I got down there and Sai went down yesterday, so I got everything set up and literally guys went down, boom, set it all up, and yeah, we got spraying. So it's a Hughes Grey, Shrewsbury, Monkswood. I think it might have been Monkswood Road branch. I don't know. I don't really know Shrewsbury or all like that. I know you've got a few branches down there, but that's where we went. We had a nice setup in the back, indoors undercover. So that was nice. Electrical right there, water right there. It was how you want it to be, really. It was nicely set up. So yeah, we had a good one, man. It was good. A few people there. Sarah Stevens put it all together and sorted it out, and she absolutely boxed it off. So it was nice. We had everything there. Like we had little buns and cakes, K-Rend buns and cakes, cupcake things. They were nice. We had obviously the usual goodie bags and stuff like that, but she had loads of butties there as well. So it was good. It was good, man. It was nice. Everyone got to eat. Everyone got to have a coffee and a brew, and yeah, we showed them our machines and we showed them the care and stuff going through it. One thing that I have been using more of on the that I've had on some of these demo days is the who's that? 1 minute. I've just is the K mono. So I've used some of the K mono on the demo days, and obviously I've tested some at our yard as well. I'll be honest with you, it sprays nice, man. It sprays lovely. Obviously I didn't get to scratch it back last time, because other lads did. But other than that, it's one of them, and I'm quite impressed with it. It shocked me. So yeah, well, I say shocked me. It shocked me because I hadn't used it for so long. Last time I used K1, it was really hard for me to use at the time. So yeah, I was impressed, man. Really impressed. So we did that today. Yesterday was, like I say, a launch day. So K-Rend was keeping it all top top secret for ages. Never told no one about what's happened and what it's going to be like, the new material. And yeah, so yesterday was the launch day, and they asked me to come down and do the spraying with them, and you know, rule it up and get it to finish. So it's GP mix, it's called, and it's basically an OCR, right? But it's like you can use it internally as well, so you can use it internally, externally, and stuff like that. And it's really nice to use, really nice to use. It went through our machines, an absolute treat, and yeah, it rolled up nice. It picked up quite quick as well, so it means you can get done a bit quicker. So I did a pass of about 8 mil, and then I did another pass on top of that on about another 6 or 7 mil, and then I ruled it, and yeah, it could, like, we put some mesh in and stuff like that, but it sponged up within like an hour and a half or something like that. Do you know, it was onto a board, but the board had already some coating on it and stuff like that. But it pulled in quite quick, and it finished really nice. So I'll be doing some more videos and in-depth detail talking about, you know, the different products that I've been using. So I'm going to do one on the GP mix because like I say, it's good. I think a lot of guys who want to do sand and cement, because I've been asked so many times, can you put sand and cement mix through a machine? It's like, yes, you can, but the reality is, guys, it'll just batter your machine. It'll batter it. This goes through and it's a lot softer. And it is sand and cement, so the cost is there. So if you guys are still doing sand and cement jobs, I know I make fun of it and have a laugh about it, but if you are, because like I say, some builders, and to be fair, some home builders as well, like to use it, and then people, it's finished and people can paint it whatever they want, can't they? So I get that, but obviously a lot of my people just only want thin coat, or they want mono. So, but it is nice to work with and it's nice to use, and the price is really competitive. I don't know the exact price of it, but I know it's going to be cheaper than Weber OCR. I don't think you'll ever get anything as cheap as KI7, but it's a little bit better than KI7. So there you go. Nice gear. And yeah, and yesterday we showed a lot of guys there. It was there some machines. A few machines went out yesterday. I think 5 people bought machines yesterday, and I think a couple are buying them today as well. So not a bad day for Predator as well. Do you know what I mean? But the good thing about these days is why I recommend for people to come to them as well is, it's like, some guys come just to them days just to ask me questions and just for me to show them stuff in the flesh, you know, and it's totally free. You get looked after and you come down and I can talk to you, and, you know, if you've got a question about a product you're using and we're doing it that day, I'll show you how to go on with it, you know what I mean? So that's where a lot of people find value in them days. So when we are doing them, or Kieran are doing them, get on them. Go down to them. You get to ask all the questions you want to ask, and you get educated. The main thing in this industry, in any industry as well, guys, in any business or anything like that, is always about how much you know, your knowledge. You know, it's all about knowledge, man. Educate yourself, get yourself tuned up. You know, the more you know, puts you in better stead. The more different things you can use and systems you can do, puts you in better stead. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. Get on it. So, right, let me have a look at some of these comments, because I've got a few lads on here, quite a lot of comments. Mark Neeson, this will be great for you, you know, mate. This will be good for you guys. So you were on about machines, weren't you, George, as well? He was on about it before, you was talking about it, but this is, you know, this is the stuff that you guys would use, and it would go through a machine, so you'd be a bit quicker. But I know you lot are smashing it anyway, but I'm just letting you know that that's what it's for, you know what I mean? What's this? How we doing, Mark? Can you use OCI indoors? Yes, you can, matey. How's the new KRN GP Marty? Well, lovely. That's what it was on about. Yes, mate, I'm good, thank you. Evening, everybody. Good to see you all. Good to see you all. Speaking to the PRB rep. Who's the PRB rep? I don't know who that is. I don't know who the PRB rep is. Yeah, I'm busy. Really busy. It's been mad. It's been mad, really, because yeah, it's mad. This job that I've been on has been an absolute like our job to do, man. It hasn't been a nightmare, but it's just been one of them where it's like I'm at a point now where I'm just about done. I've got a good couple of days left, few days left even, but it's one of them where it's like everything. I was on about it earlier on in the week or last week, sorry, not last month. I was on about like the last few months for me anyway, even before Christmas. It was just hard, man. You know, everything just seemed to be going wrong that would go wrong. You know what I mean? So, like, even on this job I'm doing now, the first day I got there, machine, the mixing shaft snapped. Do you know what I mean? Then I've had like freezing. I've had a full week froze out. I've had a full week rained off. It's just one of them, man. Then my truck's gone and to doctors, hasn't it? So, do you know what I mean? It's one of them, man. It's just one of them things, mate. It's not been the best start, but I think it's one of them. I know I'm going to make it back. I know I'll make it back and more, but it's all about your mindset, keeping strong in it. You got to keep going, man. You know, you can't let that stuff get you down. Even though struggles, like I'm not a millionaire, mate. I'm a grafter, and like all the rest of us, and it's like got bills to pay, got stuff to do, family to provide for. So it all comes into play, doesn't it? And yeah, it has been hard, but yeah. On the other side of it, I didn't have loads of inquiries in January. Didn't have loads. I had a few. I've had a few tyre kickers, which I've filtered out with my system that I use that I haven't dealt with. But this month, I don't know whether it's because the sun's come out, the weather's picked up. Last week we had some high temperatures, and I think people are just thinking, "Shit, I need to get this rendered," So I've had a few people come out of the woodwork. Yesterday, I had 4 good inquiries yesterday, which were all. They weren't yesterday. Sorry, it was the day before. It was Monday, but they all were recommendations, and they always come good. And yeah, they were talking my language. Basically the way it was going. So 4 people there are good. Couple of decent sized ones and a couple of small ones. Couple of repairs. And plus my diary is booked up until April anyway. So it's like. Yeah, it's good. I can't complain, man. It's good. I can't complain. I'm also, guys. You remember when I said that thing to you before about having my pool for Rendervate with geezers on it, like a few of you on it, so I can basically, if I get a job through that I don't want to do, I can pass it on, or if I get a job through that I need land on, I can invite people to come work with me. I've actually got one of them sorted out now, and I'm going to be doing it with Arfan. So Arfan's going to come and do some monocouche with me on a job. And like I say, Arfan's top lad, top grafter. He smashes out jobs, mate. He's always been posting a lot of videos recently as well. Good lad. So yeah, I'll be doing some work with him. And like I said, I've got a few mono jobs. So if it's all right with him and his schedule's not too busy, I know he's a busy lad as well. I might get him a jump on there with me as well, and we'll get it blitzed. But yeah, some more here, guys. Like I say, if you want to be part of that, mate, if you want to be on the thing there, go to my website, rendervate.co.uk, and on there it's got a page that says work with me, and basically you fill it in, and yeah, we do everything, plastering and all that kind of stuff. But the reality is, I pass on a lot of my work. So if I get people asking me for plastering, I'll pass it on to you. So if I know you're in a certain area, it works good, you know what I mean? So if you're in, and some guys even think like, oh no, what's the point of me doing it when I live so far away? Mate, I get so many people asking me on my TikTok, on my Instagram, like literally saying to me, oh, do you travel to Derby? Do you travel to Manchester? Do you travel here? Will you do a job here? Will you do a job in Newcastle? Will you do one on coast? And it's like, I wish I could say yeah to them all, but I can't. But next best thing I could do is pass on someone else. That's what I could do. So, that's what it is. That's what it is. I can't see these comments on here. Let me get this on here. Let me get it up on my thing. So, get me comments up. So yeah, if you do want to do that, man, get on it, man. Like I say. Yeah, got my live there. Cheers, mate. Thanks for sharing that into Trial Talk, Mark Neeson, you ledge. You're a legend, you, mate. Right, okay. Okay, what we got here? Boom, boom, boom. That's the best way. I know I'm only young, but I know I'm really good at what I can do. All right, Callum. Bigging yourself up and out, group lad. All right, all right. Yeah, you need to get content out there, mate. It's good that you're starting that young, and you know what? Take me off to you for starting rendering young as well. Good lad. Um, I'm never off TikTok when I'm off work. Matt Neeson, though, you've been killing it on TikTok, mate. I've seen your videos. People are loving it, mate, when you're on there. You do good videos as well. I'm not sure about some of that Irish folk song music you got it background and that, but it seems to be doing trick for you, doesn't it? Yeah, I like watching your videos, mate. I'm always liking them and watching them, mate. Good man. Yeah, good on you, mate. Good on you. Yeah, top man. Love that. That's what it's all about, man. Uh-huh. Right. For some reason, it never lets me see all comments, man. So someone asked me about PRB. What was that? Someone asked me, said they've been talking to a PRB rep. Who's the PRB rep? I don't even know who that is. I don't know anyone from there, really, apart from, obviously, guys who own it. Yeah. But obviously, there's been some switch ups in the industry recently as well, hasn't there? God, that's been a king circus, hasn't it? So yeah, there's been some switch ups in the industry. Man, it's mad, mate. It's mad. It's mad. It's mad. It's mad. It's mad. It's mad. Honestly, though, right? Listen, mate. Life, right, is not about getting into it with people, mate. Too old for that. Too old for that, mate. To get into it with people, but it's just one of them, man, where you just think it's a French render. I'm gonna give it a try this week. Yeah, I know it's on France. Do you know what, mate? A lot of people actually do use PRB. They do use it. I think it's used a lot more down the south of England, and obviously I see a lot of guys online who are from France using it as well. So yeah, have a go with it, mate. See what you think. See what you think, mate. Like I say, I've not used it, so I'm not gonna knock it and say it's shit. I don't know. It can't be bad because the guys who I know use it are good as well. So, it's worth it, mate. Have a go. Have a go. Like I say, everyone different horses, different courses in it. People like different ones. You know what I mean? So it's one of them. Don't mention that reply on here. Who said that? Who said that? Simon Moody. Do you know what, mate? Honestly, right? It's not. I don't have no. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, fuck that. I do have a bit of thingy in my bonnet about him. Of course, I do. But it's only down to I don't know, freedom of speech and that. Do you know what I mean? People try to tell you can't say, or you're wrong, or they don't agree with you. That's one thing. But then telling you can and can't do it, it's like, shut up, honestly. But yeah, I just think it's one of them, mate. Give it a go. I'm not going to tell you not to, mate. I'm not going to point you somewhere else. I'm not that type of guy. It's just one of them things. Crack on, mate. Like I say, it is what it is. But there has been a lot of changes in this industry recently, and a lot of weird stuff going on. Do you know what I mean? There's some weird shit going on, mate. But it's like, it's just one of them, man. I just think it's, I've how do I put it, man? I've noticed a lot of things in the industry and in people recently, and I'm a type of fella who says I'm not. I've learned how to not be rude. I've learned how to not be rude because sometimes I used to ask questions or say something that was I probably phrased it wrong. So now I try not to do that. I've tried a lot really hard at it, so I don't do it. But I still am curious about a lot of things, and I just think it's just one of them, mate. When people just I don't know, just try and I don't know, it's like shit. You know what I mean? It's just one of them, and I'm not sure about in general life anyway. Do you know what I mean? When people just like shit, and it's you just think to yourself like, mate, honestly. Like life's too short, man. Like behave. Like just do what you need to do, and that's it. Don't need to say out about it. Just do what you need to do. Shut up and get on with it, kind of thing. But yeah, I just feel like it's one of them, mate. I mean, I work for Rendervate Hub, and we're sponsored by Predator, and I talk to K and Eco and VPI. I've got to be impartial to a degree because the reality is, yeah, I want to use all different ones on different projects. I show no favoritism. I ain't in a deal with anybody. And it's like, you know, it wouldn't be right if I was then coming here and just tell you guys just to use one product. That would just be stupid, wouldn't it? Do you know what I mean? And it would be, because obviously I'd be getting paid to say that. And it's like, I wouldn't take that. Do you know what I mean? I've got to be impartial, because there's, like I said, there's different materials out there, different products. And, you know, it's in our interest to be able to use all of them and different systems. You know what I mean? So, like I say, you'll never get that live from me, and I don't think other people would can do that. Like, they'll tell you something's good because they're in a position where they have to, you know. And for me, I'm not in that position. I'm in a position where, you know, I can say something's good. I can say something's not my bag. No one's tying me down or telling me what I need to do, you know. So it's mad. I talk about machines. I tell you, I think the Ritmore's a good machine, mate. I think the G4's an unbelievable machine. You know, K4, beautiful machine, absolutely great machine. But then as soon as I say something about a machine that I've had and used and I don't like it, you know, people want to kick off and start, when you can't say that, you can't do this, you can't say that. Like, yes, I can. Do you know what I mean? And just be, I don't know, I've had a few, and something else totally off the topic of rendering as well. There's something else that's been pissing me off that's been going on. And, you know, it's not to do with rendering or anyone else in the rendering industry, but in reality is, it's like, I know what people are doing, and I can see it a mile off. And I don't like it when I see people getting the wrong advice. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not saying my advice is always right. This is not the way I'm saying it. But what I'm trying to say is this: when you go into business, right, your mind is like, you're open to everything. Do you know what I mean? You think that this is going to work. You think, yeah, I'll give that a go. You know, people tell you that this is awesome. Try this, do that. You know, do this training. It's like, guys, it's not all it's cracked up to be. And the reality is, it comes down to you suffering for it. Do you know what I mean? And that's something that's been on my mind recently. Some stuff that I've seen in the market and that. And I'm just going to say one thing, a couple of things that it's like the Venetian stuff, yeah. Now I don't know if any of you guys do Venetian on here, yeah. I'm going to use it as a prime example, because Venetian plastering is beautiful. It's an art. It's an art form. It's great. It's nice to have it to you know, if you can do Venetian, add it to your you know, I don't believe in having loads of different skills anyway, like as in marketing them all, because you can't market all them skills under one banner effectively. So I don't believe marketing wise can do that. But what I'm trying to say to you is this, yeah. If you when Venetian was, a few people were doing it and it went a little bit viral, right? And I actually inquired to do one of them courses as well, because I wanted to be able to do it on some of the I'll tell you why actually I wanted to do it. But this is the thing. The Venetian course, right? Everyone who does Venetian will then try to sell a course, right? And get everyone to do it, charging you £1,000 for a course. Come and do the course. We'll teach you how to. Yes, exactly. So that comment there, let me see who said that comment. Very small market and it's sold like it's massive. Mark Neeson on the head. That's what I'm saying to you. So they sell the course to you, telling you that everything's great. You get in here, and some of the advertising I was seeing was shocking. You know, picking up a bag of plaster and going, oh, you have to put on 5 of these a day. And I had to stay all day to do that. And now I just use this little trowel and I make £1,000. It's like, shut up, man. Do you know what I mean? It's like so like baiting people in. And if you knew, if you haven't been stung a few times, or you haven't had like negative stuff happen to you, you could be quite drawn in by that. Or if you're gullible, you might be drawn in by that. And that's the kind of shit I'm on about in the industry, because a lot of the people who did the Venetian course and paid £1,000 for it, all I ever see them doing is plastering now. I don't see them doing Venetian, you know. So obviously it didn't work out. Do you know what I mean? But then they'll be like, well, that's down to you as an individual to do that. No, it's not, because the reality is the market's so small and minute, it's cornered off by a select few already. Do you know what I mean? Because that's all they do. But no one tells you this, and I get it. It's business, so they want to you know, make money from it, which is fair enough. But when I see it, it pisses me off because I just think to myself, some poor lad's going to pay that loads of money, and I'm not trying to damage no one's business. I would never want to do that. But when people have asked me, Joel, do you think it's worth me doing it? And I said, well, how much have you been asked to do it? And they're like, oh, well, not really. So why would you? Why would you? If no one's asked you for it, that's a straight away tell sign. No one wants it. So it's like these people out there want it, and I'll tell you the reason why I want to do it, because it sounds hypocritical. I used to do, right, like top end houses, mate, like as in, like that's what my company used to do. We used to do mansions, basically, is what we used to do for builders who built mansions. That's what we used to do, and that's what they were getting. They were getting people in, so they had a company coming from London. And for me, it would make sense to do it because let's just say I was doing like four or five mansions a year, top end, beautiful mansions, right? And it's like one of them jobs to me could have been a 10 grand job. And if I'm doing 5 of them a year, it's 50 grand into my business. Do you know, just by doing a course for a grand. So it makes sense to me. Do you know what I mean? To do that. But for you know, other people, it's like if you're not in that market or you're not working in that location where that type of property is, that type of homeowner is, you know, because regular people ain't gonna say, yeah, come and put Venetian on my wall for £100 a meter. They're not gonna. They're not gonna, mate. So it's pointless. So that's where it is, where I do this Rendervate Hub. I'm trying to talk to you on a level because I don't want you to waste your money. I don't want you to waste your time. You'd be better off spending £1,000, right, on getting on some training, like not even physical training, on marketing or something, or how to, you know, you could go buy yourself a camera and do a little video course and up your social media. You could spend £1,000 on so many other things, mate. Do you know what I mean? You could make yourself more efficient at work. You know, that's how you're going to make more money, not just by doing a course. You know, you need to educate yourself. You need to get better at, you know, doing your business. That's what you need to do. That's how you make more money. That's what I mean. One person asked someone for it in 5 years and it was 8 square meters. It's mad, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Use it to buy some space to save money going back to drill pipes back on. I don't think you're going to spend £1,000 on spaces, though. You're not going to spend £1,000 on a job, are you? But I know what you mean. That's what I mean. So you want to do the course, you can do it for your cent. But if you're going to do that, you could trial and error. If you're a professional plasterer, mate, you're already doing one of the hardest things. You're already doing one of the hardest things. So you can do most things, mate, with your hands in plastering. You can. I tell people all the time when they ask me about rendering, it's not hard. You just don't know how to do it properly. Like you can do it. Anyone can do it. If you're a skimmer, if you're a skimmer, plasterer who floats, skims, all that kind of stuff, bonding, all that, you have already got the skill and the work ethic to do most other plastering trades without a doubt. You know, so we're rendering. It's just one of them. It's, you know, people just don't get the systems. And that's the reason why I do the training. And the thing is as well, right? Our market's growing. So me and my mate Kenny were talking yesterday on just a couple of comments. And mate Kenny Tibble, top man, and he's smashing it with Cork, right? He's getting in with some councils and stuff like that. And he's going to be doing projects for them, you know, helping out with the insulation and stuff like that internally, I think, and externally it might be. But that's Kenny, right? And he is right. He's on the ball. He's clued up. He knows how to market. He's in with the right people. So he's going to corner that market for him. That's it. No one else is going to be able to touch him on that, and he's going to corner it. So if there's loads of people doing the same thing, trying to get on that, it's not going to work, is it? Because it's been boxed off. So that's my point with a lot of things that's going on. It's like, listen, man, the market's not there. And, you know, if it's not there, lads, you're only going to go back to doing what you already do, which is skimming. Gypsum's never going to go. Yeah, it's nice to play with the products, mate, to see what you can do. It's nice if you've got time to do it, or you're doing your own house up, you can do that. Do you know what I mean? But end of the day, you've got to make a living, haven't you? So it's one of them, man. I just think it's like I keep quiet about a lot of stuff, but I do let little bits out here and there. So you all probably know what I'm on with. But the reality is, I only do it to protect other people. That's it, to protect other spreads who are thinking that they're getting fucking a great, you know, they're entering something great when it really ain't. Do you know what I mean? So it's a madness, mate. It's a madness. World's gone mad, but I'll tell you now, gypsum plaster is always going to be used, as well as As long as they can keep pulling it out at ground, mate, it's going to be used because it is so quick and so easy to do, mate. Like, it's just ready. You can buy it anywhere. You can go over most, like, plasterboards, bonding. You can go over sand and cement, OCRs, GP mix, cats here kicking off. Do you know what I mean? All right, girl? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So the reality is, it's always going to be about, mate. The product's always going to be about. Now, with airless, right? Again, I think airless is going to take off. I do believe airless will take off. I think it's already doing well. That market there is like a lot of home builders are probably going to be going over to this sooner or later. Do you know what I mean? So it's one of them. It's going to have its place. That's my opinion anyway. It's going to have its place, and I would like to do it as well. Like, if I were going to do plastering, that's the one I prefer to do because I can whack out jobs in it. You know, the spraying it and getting it done a bit quicker than gypsum, and less labour intensive as laying on gypsum's harder. Do you know what I mean? So. Render is shit. You can't beat red brick. What? Oh, you're mad, you. Who said that? Sam Whitlock, you can't beat red brick. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's mad. It is. It's mad. Listen, red brick. Sorry, I was just messaging. But yeah, man. That's what it is. So that's what it is, man. I ain't being a dick when I say something. I'm just trying to save you some fucking time. Maybe a few quid and an headache, you know what I mean? Like I say, you invest in courses and stuff like that, and it's, you know, you can go do them with anyone you want, mate. Rendering's the one that's getting busier. The market is growing. We've got a shortage of good applicators, man. There is a shortage of it. So yeah, like you say, you know, obviously your man Mr. Smooth does a training course. Balmic do a training course. Kieran's got a training centre. Who else? Eco Render. I think they're still getting that ready. Do you know what I mean? So there's a lot of stuff out there that you can go do. You know, obviously I've got a few courses, and I've got a few people do some longer courses as well, a few days. But that's it. It's that's what it's about. Who said that? The industry's missing me. Yeah. Well, you decided to call it a day, didn't you? So leave us to it then, innit? Them lads over your end are on it now, thinking Jay's gone. Let's just get it boxed off. You know what I mean? Every act off back to old original red brick. I thought it looked lovely. Nah, cause you're usually ruining the bricks, aren't you? I don't like red brick. I live in a red brick house, mate, and it's shit. Like, it's not shit, but I don't like red brick. But yeah, man, like I say to you, man, the industry is just one of them, man. Every time I look into it more and more, and I'm glad that I've met some great people last few days with Kieran there, and obviously, yeah, it's been nice, man, to know that it's all right like that. You know what I mean? But there is people out there who do want to just want to benefit from you. They just want to benefit from you, and do anything they can to do that. So I don't mean that in a negative way, man, because I don't want to talk negative. I don't even want to bring people into it. Do you know what I mean? But when people do your heading, it's like you just think, like, just tempt me that little bit, please, because yeah, I ain't got nothing to hide or to finger from anybody. I'm straight up, mate. Do you know what I mean? You'll get what it is from me, mate. You know. The rendering share has grown low since lockdown. It has grown, mate. It's getting better. Yes, it has. It has, Wayne. It has, Wayne. And that's it. It is growing, mate, and it's good. And you know what I like about it, right? Over the last few years, the manufacturers and that, right? They've all been going extra, mate. It's like they've listened to us. They've listened to, you know, the people who are you know, they're working with, you know, they work with a lot of other renderers, bigger firms as well. It's like they've listened to us. Do you know what I mean? And that's what you want. It's good. We've got to work together. You know, that's what it's about. And I think a lot of them are now coming around to the point of like I say, with the demo days that are going on now and stuff like that. They're coming around now to like literally working with us. You know. So anyone else just know now is Nick the Renderer and let's give him work. Tons of rendering booked in, but whoever kills in Northwest sometimes think would it be more worthwhile skimming all year round. Yeah, so Northwest is a wet place though, isn't it, mate? Manchester. Pissing it down all the time there. And further north it is as well. But yeah, that's it. If the weather does kill it, there's one thing you can't do. That's rain's the one that you can't stop. A bit of cold, you've got systems now, haven't you, that can deal with that. But with rain, it beats everybody. Yeah. To be honest, I enjoy doing it, but I've had to take a step back. If it doesn't work out, then it won't be for lack of effort. Yeah, man. Well, listen, mate. If you keep grafting at something, it'll be sound, won't it? That's how it goes. The more you can force stuff through, can't you? If anything, so yeah. The best fast-growing, expanding sector in the render industry. Who's wrote that? What doing about? What's that rendering is? The best fast-growing, expanding sector in render industry. Or is the render industry? What are you trying to say to me? I can't work it out. Speaking sentences, man. Tell me what you mean. Elaborate. Yeah, Sam Whitlock's done it. Sam, you look cool in your hoodie and that anyway, mate. I like that. And Mark Neeson. Mark Neeson was banging it out proud as well, man. I like that. Go on, Mark. Good lad. Yeah. Quality, mate. Quality. It was under pressure. He's replying to me, but oh mate, this is what I mean, right? You're having like conversations and you're getting me blagged here. Loves his polymers. But yeah, the industry is, man, it's one of them, man. It's God, I feel tight. Yeah, it's good. It's a nice thing to be in, man. It's mad. It's a nice thing to be in right now. Obviously, I've been using a lot of K-Rend and a lot of HP12 in particular. And yeah, people are asking me like, "Oh, it's funny. How come you're using K-Rend now?" I use all different stuff. I change all the time. It must have been a year and a half, 2 years ago. I used FASA all the time, but HP12 for me is the ultimate base coat. As in I can use it over cement boards, brick, and everything. Do you know what I mean? Block, and it goes on, no problem. I don't have to change anything. It sounds so. It's good like that. Do you know what I mean? And plus, it's for me the way I render as well. The two coats that I'm doing, it goes nice. You know what I mean? So that's how I've been using it, lads. That's how I've been using it. But yeah, I don't have no sort of thing with anybody. People think that sometimes they think that I just do it because of that, but it's not. We don't have none of that, mate. My preference, and I like to have a few things. Like I say, I'm using VPI on next 3 jobs I've got. I'm using VPI on all 3 of them. So, like I say, James from Rendit will be sorting out with me. He'll be supplying them jobs, and that's where I'll be. So again, it's one of them, man. Like I say, you don't need to, just commit to one thing. Do what's right for you and what you like and what you get on with, man. That's what you need to do. So different jobs for me, I might use something else. I might get a brand new build soon and think, you know what, I'm going to use that K-Mono on it. So that's it. And obviously you need a machine that can spray all of them with no problem. So the Sprinter's the one that's going out. But I am looking at diesels now as well. So I'm looking at getting in and out with some of these mono jobs and just getting whacked out. And I love the conveying system. I love the conveying like machines, you know what I mean? I like them like the Optimix basically. But then if I can get a bigger version of the Optimix, God, and pull it behind on my truck, or if I get another van or I get another truck, I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided, but that'll be good. You know what I mean? There's towing; it's got everything on it. So I'm gonna if in the next next few months, if I can get it sorted, I'll show you a journey that I'm off on. So I'm gonna start off with an absolute first timer machine that's probably looks battered, not in the best nick. Cheap as I can get, but know that I can get a few jobs out of it to get my job whacked off, and then some of the profit that I get from it will be going towards upgrading again. So that's what I'm going to try and do, and hopefully by next year I'll be able to have a nice new machine for myself. So you see, right? This is what it is, yeah. I'm gonna answer this question. Sam, right? So listen, Sam, yeah. Listen to this, brother, yeah. I know what you're saying. Don't bother with diesel. I get it, right? The thing is, I've seen people use them, right? Like Jamie Woodley and that. I know the jobs he does. I know people say that just for site, just use it on site. Yeah, that's what they say. They're no good because you make a mess in the street and stuff like that. I get that. I get that. But for me, it's like I like the conveying machines because I know what I'm putting on. I know what it's mixed like and stuff like that. Yeah. You got to understand, man. I don't want to worry about power because the last few jobs I've not this one, but the few before, right? This one I've got now is mean it's got everything there. But what I'm saying is, some before that, water's been shit. Then the power's been shit, and then you have to worry about generators, and then you have to do. I'm like, you know what, mate? If I know what I'm bringing to the job, it's sat there and it's all there. That's a win. That's a win, and it can go on back of my truck. It's easy to pull. If the truck's alive, it's easy to pull. I don't have to mess about. I'll have a jet wash on it so I can clean out. And when I clean out the machine, I just clean down the street. You have to do that a lot of the time anyway, don't you? So I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. There's a lot of cleaning to do, and there's a lot of if it breaks, it could be a problem. But the reality is, it's gonna have to be looked after properly, and. Yeah, I'm just always going for simplicity, mate. As I start to do more mono jobs and more pulling in people to work with me and stuff like that, the last thing I want to do is have a problem with a machine. And again, it's not down to the machines, it's down to lads using them. So say I've got someone in who's never used a sprinter and I ask him to set it up, they're not going to be able to set it up. So it means I'm going to have to set it up. If they don't know how to set up, they don't know how to, if it's got a blockage in it or something like that, they don't know how to empty the rotor and stator out and all this kind of jazz. I just want something so minimal problems. That's what it is. It's educating people, mate. It's so hard when people work for you. So hard when people work for you. And last thing you want to do is always be the man who's doing everything, Well, that's what happened. It's like I had lads work with me and that, and I could show them the machine every single day for a month, mate, and they'll still forget it. Do you know what I mean? Or I'll ask them to clean it out at the end of the day, and they'll leave the rotor and stator, you know what I mean, blocked up and jammed. So it's like with that machine, it's literally a mixer dropped into a conveyor. So you clean out the mixer, you clean out the conveying area, and run balls through and put water through, and it's done. Do you know what I mean? I know people think that's what you just do with the other ones, and anyone, we can say that because we know how to use them. Do you know what I mean? We know how to use them. The K4s are easier to use than the other machines like the sprinters and the Ritmos. They are, but honestly, you've all had it where you work with people who don't do clean something how you would clean it, especially when it's not theirs. But I know it sounds mad, but with that, they've got no excuse. Just get the jet wash in there and make sure it's spotless. Do you know what I mean? Last thing I want to do is be doing everything, setting up the machine, mixing my gear up. If there's a problem with the machine running down and sorting out the air, sorting out the water, do you know what I mean? With these machines, you just if it's 5 liters a bag, that's what it is. You can't fuck it up. Do you know what I mean? It's dum proof, and that's what we need in this. That's what we need in this industry. I'm not saying we're all thick and that, but it's one of them where it's like when shit goes on, mate. Like say the wall starts pissing out, water or whatever like that. There's something's happened to the machine. Lads are like, oh no, it's panic stations, isn't it? So we don't want any of that. It's good when you're experienced and you're dealing with that. So yeah, for me, it's something I'm gonna have to go. Used diesel for years. I found the Pro 50 easier. All fits in the van, and you don't need to worry about anything. If using a diesel, I need to make sure the mix is right every single time. That's what, of course to do, mate. And that's what it is, though. But if you're putting in 5 bags, and you know that 5 bags is 5 liters of water, that's 25 liters of water with 5 bags in a mix. Let it mix through and drop it. So for me, that is something that is pretty much fucking It's easy, innit? When you've got someone who's never worked with you before properly, or someone who went, well, I don't know, say you put one of the other lads on the machine today, and you go, right, turn water down a little bit, mate, because it's, turn water down a bit, it's too wet. Mate, they'll just go like that, and next thing you know, what happens? They don't turn down a mil or two. They go like that, boof. Next thing you know, you're spraying out dry gear. So it's like shit like that used to wind me up with guys. I was like, what the fuck, mate? I'm asking you to turn it a little bit wetter, and then it's coming out like piss. I'm like, what's going on here? There's no logic to it. So everything idiot proof, mate. Everything. I'm talking to some guys today, and I just said that's just what it is. To systemize your rendering, you need to make it idiot proof, mate. Anything you do in the game. Have a labourer's cat. Half the labourer's cat. I don't read the tape measure. That's it. And I don't mean it in a shit way, but a lot of the time they don't care. They don't care. I'll tell you what, yeah. So I said to a man today, he was asking me about top coat. Now every top coat for me is a bit different how I treat it. So how much water I add to it, how long I mix it for, right? It's all different. It changes, yeah. But for instance, one particular time I had a labourer and I said to him, right, 5 tubs is all I'm going to spray today. I want you to mix up them 5 tubs, right? Each tub, it was a bit longer than this, but I said each tub, I want you to mix it for 5 minutes. 5 tubs, you need to put in 450 ml of water. And I want you to mix every tub for 5 minutes. Yeah? So you've heard that, right? 5 tubs, 5 minutes. Each tub comes up to the lift as I'm spraying first tub. No, I wasn't spraying, sorry. As I'm wanting to start spraying, comes up to the lift and stands there. So he's like this, yeah? So I said, what are you doing? He's like, oh, just waiting for you to tell me when you want me to pour it in. I said, have you mixed all 5 up? He went, yeah. 5 minutes each tub. Yeah. I said, that's funny, mate, 'cause it hasn't even been 10 minutes. So if there's 5 tubs, 5 minutes a tub, that's 25 minutes. It should be down there mixing for 25 minutes. That's minimum. And after 10 minutes, he come and stood there next to me and watched me while I was fucking putting the pipe on the scaff strap. And it's like, what are you on about? So you know what I did? I went and bought a timer off of Amazon that had 5 minutes. And I said, every time you start a bucket, boom, 5 minutes. When it goes off, you're done. Lid back on, other tub, 5 minutes. Always do the timer. That's what I had to do. So when I talk about making shit idiot proof, I'm on about making it fucking idiot proof. So if you're getting someone in to do your machine stuff, you need to, I would make sure that if I had someone with me all the time now, I'd educate them to the max with everything that I'm doing. I'd make sure that they need to know everything about the machine. I'd go through it. I'd record it with them. I'd take photographs. I'd get them to, I'd get them to do a fucking test on it. I'm going to put them on a test, mate. Like when you're in your SATs at school or your GCSEs, I'll make them sit down and do a test. Do you know what I mean? Because I want them to know that that's important, mate. You've got to make sure that's fucking right for me every time. So yeah. And that ain't me being rude, man. It's listen, man. It's fucking, you gotta make it idiot proof, mate. Yeah. Man, one of my labourers didn't know what horizontal meant. His reply was, it's a shape. Come on, man. Some people can't be taught, though. You see, I believe that people, not everyone can. I think everyone's got a limit, mate. You know what I mean? I'm not a rocket scientist, me. There's stuff that I'm good at, and there's stuff that I'm terrible at. And the reason why I'm terrible at most things is because I can't be asked. That's what it is. That half is I can't be asked, mate. Like I just can't be asked, mate. Like it balls shit out of me, so I won't do it good. So I know myself, me. If I'm not interested in something, I just don't do it, Joel, because you won't do it. You won't do it good. There's no point in you being there. That's how I've always been. I was being raised as a kid. That's how I always was. My mum used to say to me, "The thing is with you, if you don't like something, you don't put any effort in." That was me, and you can see it on my face if I'm not impressed with something. I'm just like, I don't know how to not do it. Do you know what I mean? I'm just like, this is shit. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's just one of them things. So some people, can't. But then again, it's finding them in it, you know, finding people who can. And I think a lot of it starts with work ethic. I think work ethic's one. I think if someone's an hard worker, we make it really nice and easy for them, and they'll work hard and they'll do the best. You know, they're gonna do the best they can, and I can live with that as long as we get to a good degree. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, man, it's it's a funny one, innit, mate? It's a funny one. It's a funny one. But yeah, that's it, man. It's all about making life easier for us, man, and that's what the machines are doing, and that's why I'm getting the diesel. Cause I wanna. Yeah, listen, I might get that, and I might think, fuck me, I hate this. What am I doing? And then I'll just get rid of it and get something else. But you know, I doubt that will be the case, and it's something I want to go at. So I'm gonna do it regardless of people telling me it's good or bad. It don't matter. I've got to give it a shot. Like I say, how can I knock something if I haven't done it? Do you know what I mean? Can't knock something, or you can't approve something if you haven't done it. That's what I think anyway. That's my view on a lot of things, to be fair. But yeah, we don't need to do everything else. Not everything's for us, you know. That's it. But yeah, I'm a bit bunged up, me guys. I don't know if you can tell by my voice, my throat. I'm a little bit battered. I feel like I'm coming down with something. What is these lot on about? Yeah, look, this is what I like about these lives, right? People come on, right, and I start ripping each other in comments and that, but because of the software I use, it don't bring up your name, so I can't see you. So I have to keep going on to Rendervate Hub and having a look. Skirting board ladders, don't be the first idiot, can't promise. People either want to learn or they don't. Yeah, great point, Alex. Great point. Well, that's the thing. It's like when I first started plastering, sorry, not even rendering. I wanted to learn, man. I wanted to do the job. I think I was lucky to get the opportunity. I think nowadays people are lucky to get the opportunity. I can see some more employers now getting desperate. And there's a lot more people asking for help on jobs now. So that shows again that the industry is starting to grow a bit more. But again, I advise against that, because don't just take anyone on. You've got to have a certain criteria for different roles, man. Trust me. It's a long to talk about it now, but it's something that I want to do in future with people, is basically educate you on how to, you know, you can't be perfect all the time, but if you can get close to it, to picking the right candidate, then it's worth it. Do you know what I mean? That's why I say work ethic's a big thing, because some labourers, mate, when I've had them before, where they've come in and they're like, oh yeah, can I have a break? And it's like, what do you mean can I have a break? It's like, I think they need to be aware that this is a job that don't stop. I'm not saying you can't have a break, but you're not always grafting. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like you're having a break. So there's times in between stuff where you ain't doing shit. So what are you meant to do then? Do you know what I mean? Like, have something to eat then, have a drink then. You know, in this industry, we're not flat out all day. So I don't know, but I feel like that's something where you've got to probably point out at the beginning of hiring someone, so you're not having to have that awkward conversation of saying to them, like, mate, what you doing? And you're fucking being sat down for an hour and they're like, well, I'm on my break. Like, pal, this ain't an office job, mate. Do you know what I mean? You're not sat at a desk here, pal. This ain't how it is. Like, we need to go. But that's what it is. It's crazy. I can't believe I've had lads who've done that. Well, that I meant to get 15 minutes in the morning, or half an hour in the morning, an hour at lunch, and thinking, yeah, all right, cool. If you want to do that, you can do that, but I'll take 2 hours off your day if you want. Well, what do you mean? And like, well, fucking, it don't add up, does it? And you've had about 10 cigs, so a cig takes 5 or 6 minutes to smoke. So if you've done 10 of them, that's an hour. And people always say, no, I can smoke a cig in a minute, me. Or I can smoke a cig, you know, when I'm doing. No, if you Google it, I think it's about 5 or 6 minutes a cig, because it's not that. You take it out, you light it, you're smoking it, you're fucking chatting shit, you're scrolling through your phone, you're having a drink. So before you know it, it's not just I'm having a quick cig. It's not. You're fucking doing all sorts, you know what I mean? And it is 5 or 6 minutes. So it adds up. See, I looked into shit like that, me. I looked that far into it. I know it's a bit nerdy and that, but that's what I did to figure it out. And I'm thinking, by the end of the day, you've probably done three hours work for me, but you want the full day, and then you still want your hour lunch. So, you know, let's fucking be right here. You know, when you come here, we're working, and when we're in between, you know, it's not like at 12 o'clock you can have an hour. It's like, listen, mate, at 10 o'clock, if I've got it all on, I've serrated it and ruled it, and I'm waiting, mate, have a scran now. Go to the shop and get yourself a drink if you want. you know what I mean? But we're not sitting down for an hour, you know. End of the day, so you want to have your hour break, but then when we smash the day and you finish early, do you know what I mean? You still want the full day again, still. So it's like you can't win. If we're leaving at 3 o'clock, but you still had your hour break, work it out, man. And this is something you've got to talk about with people. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. When I worked for my first gaffer, right, mate, if he said to me, right, this room, Joel, needs plastering in this today, yeah, like that's what he'd say to me. Mate, the room were getting plastered in that day, and it wasn't because I'd rush around like a blue ass fly and it'd look shit and rough. Listen, if I had to do 3 sets and stay till R5, that's what I did. Because I did that at the beginning. That's what I did. I had to do it because for me, it was all about, yeah. It was all about fucking learning, getting better, getting educated. It was all about, yeah, making sure that them longer days, mate, I worked out how I could get them into shorter days. And that's what I did. When I first worked there, mate, I was getting home every night at 6:30, right? I'd come in door and I'd come in, my mum would be like, you all right, love you? I got some dinner for you. I go, right, I'm gonna have a shower and I'll come get it. And a lot of them nights I'd go upstairs, right? I'd have a shower, I'd go into the room with towel on and that, getting dried up, and I'd just slip back on bed like that just to chill out for a minute, yeah. And I'd wake up in a bit morning. I hadn't had my dinner, nothing like that. I just passed out on bed. I'd wake up, my alarm clock would go off on phone every morning, 6:30, and I'd be like, oh shit, gotta get ready, up, dressed, breakfast, out to graft. And I remember that happening all the time. My mum was being like, oh, you gotta eat something, son, you gotta eat something. And I'd be like, I'm just too tired. I did that for ages. And then I got to the point then, that's what I mean, 3 sets a day. Who wants to do that? But then I got to a point then where I could board a ceiling, go to the merchants in the morning. I worked it out. I did a system. I go to the merchants in the morning as soon as it opened. I'd ask for my tickets the night before. So I didn't want my ticket on the morning like everyone else. I'd ask for my ticket the night before. So I'd say, give me my ticket the night before, please. Give me my ticket, Joel. There you go. That's your job for tomorrow, mate. And I'd be like, right, sound. So what I'd do then is I'd in the morning, straight at merchant as soon as it opened, load up my boards, might get 12 boards in, stick 12 boards in, might need 2 bags of plaster, yeah, bit of bonding in there as well. I'd go to my customer's house, I'd roll and straw all the floors and sheet everything up. I'd then find the holes, overboard the ceiling, skim the ceiling, and then if there were any chasing the wall from sparkies, I'd bond them after I boarded, let that pull in, I'd skim them too. And I'd got it down to the fact that I could be done for 2:30 by myself. And then what I used to do then was go to the gym. And people then would see me coming out of the gym when they were finishing work. And then they started saying to me, boss, well, you know, why's Joel's coming out of the gym at 4:30? Where is getting back to office? That's what he used to say to me. And then he'd be like, Joel, I know you're thinking this and that. I'm like, yeah, but that's not my fault. I used to do late hours before. I said, but now I'm because I've worked out how to do it better and quicker, I'm getting done quicker. And it was like, not almost getting punished for it, but it were almost like saying to me, can you blend it a bit? I'm like, I can't help it if they're driving past, because I had a lot of lads when I'm coming out, you know what I mean? My gym's in the main area. And but that's what it meant to me. Do you know what I mean? That's what it meant to me to become a plasterer. I wanted to get better, mate. Simple as that. I won't get paid a fortune at the time for it. I just wanted to get better. So I think I'm a little bit extreme like that, like probably a lot of you guys are. You know, you wanted to learn and get better, and you wanted to get all nice tools and all bits and bats. I think that's hard to find now in people. But you know, if you can get someone who's a good timekeeper, someone who works hard, someone who you can actually talk to on a level, right, and explain to them how you want it to go, and that is going to be swings and roundabouts. As someone else commented, that's what it is. We don't do set breaks. We don't sit down and you know, start ringing our lasses up and that and talking shit. You should know you're at work unless it's an emergency. There's no point. What's the point? It's just one of them. So, you know, I hate that, me, when on the phone at last all the time. Just rang him 5 times a day and I'm like, don't you know she knows you're at graft, like, we're fucking working here. Next time, ask her to come. Do you know what I mean? You might as fucking well. So that's kind of like how it used to go for me. And I've seen every type of person who comes to work for you. I've had pissheads. I've had half a dayers who come in and charge for a full day and leave at 12 o'clock. I've had ones who I'll give it a dry trowel in the morning. Like, fuck you will, mate. You'll give it one today because that's what we do here. That's how we're going to get it nice. There's just loads of different things that go into it, man. It's hard. It's an hard gig, mate. It's an hard gig, man. So yeah, if we can help each other and make it easier, ask her to come. Who's being filthy like that? Liberties. Skimming ruins me. It ruins me too. Yeah, it's our graft. Made up for it now, though, eh? What's this? Who's this? Who said that? Who said that? Made up for it now. Who said that? I can't see you. Ah, shit, this. I don't let me see them. All the comments. Jordan Breen, you're filthy, you lad. Jamie Woodley. You see, Jamie, right? That's what I mean. It's like, how many questions have I asked you, mate? How many questions have I asked you about machines? I've done my due diligence, mate. I've done my due diligence, if that's how you say it. I'm going to get it. What's that? You're a dickhead, mate. Jay, man, you fucking bang out of order, mate. Your lack of eating, and I'm made up for it now. I fucking have, mate. I'm way heavy. Check this out. My last tried to join me up to the gym today. Liberties. It's not Liberties, but it's good. I wanted her to join it up for me and get it sorted out, but she went down and it was messing about. So, but I'm gonna get back in, mate. I'm gonna lose my fat and I'm gonna get muscly again. That's my aim. I want to just get strong. That's what I want to do, and I want to get rid of my belly because I'm scared about having fat around my belly, mate. Because I know it's dangerous, man. It's not about having fat around belly, mate. It's dangerous. So I want to get that off. But yeah, this mate. Oh, powerhouse here, mate. Powerhouse. But yeah, I wasn't skinny then either, and I was skipping meals. I've never been skinny. I was a lot lighter than I am now, but it's what it is, mate. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Had the legs out earlier though, mate. Some quads on you. All squatting that, bro. All the squatting, Raymond, man. You had some on you as well. Seen you with shorts out, you know, with legs out, mate. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's what it is. But that's it, squatting and that, innit? Squatting, deadlifting, all that kind of jazz. I love that. I was into that big time. So, and I've always had decent legs, to be fair, growing up. So powerlifting's physique. What's that? Physique. Yeah. That's the word. Yeah. Built for power, really, mate. I was never built for speed. I know that. Not saying I'm slow. Well, I can't run now. If I run now, I'll probably pull my hamstring, quads, and everything, calves, tendons, everything will pop. I'm so stiff. But yeah, when it comes to lifting, mate, like strong in back and that, I can pull a bit. I can squat a bit. So. But yeah, I enjoy it, mate. It's good for your mental state as well. So that's why I'm doing it as well, because I think, why it's hard, innit? It's hard, mate, innit? It's hard life, man. It's good. It's good though. It's good. It's hard, but it's good, mate. Everything worth having's, hard anyway, innit? But yeah, becoming a dad, man, and like, getting back on my feet with rendering and that, it's one of them, man. It's graft. It's almost as hard as watching this Bradford City game that's just started. Oh my God, he just kicked it straight at him. Yeah, poor. Can't believe what's this, League 2 or something? League 1? Don't know. Yeah, it's on. Nightmare. But yeah, I'm gonna get it off. But yeah, what have you guys on anyway, man? Has anyone got any questions and that? What? Anyone got any questions for me? What you all using? What gear you all using? Actually, check this out. I wanted to ask you something. God, I'm tired. If I did some videos or more than videos, say I wanted to do like like I do these demo days now already. If I were to say to you, right, just a general question. If I would say to you guys, right, listen, I want to do a demo day with, let me say, I don't know. Say I'm going to use an example. If I said to you, I want to do a demo day doing the K-Rend Finco system demo day. So with that, right, you're going to come in. I'm going to show you as a group if you want to get into it, because I know a lot of people. It worked good because a lot of people can't. Like, not that they can't, but they haven't done Finco and they might be worried to do it. So if I say to you, get your send down, right, and what it is, I'll go through the system with you. I'll go through the Finco system with you from K-Rend, right? I'm using this example. and I'll show you how I do it, different ways that you can do it, and I'll show you everything, and we can do it all together, and we can ask questions, and it can be like, it's a group thing. Everyone can do it. You know, we'll all be there together, and we'll just have a chat and a talk about it. Basically, a get together to talk about FinCo systems, and I could show you different backgrounds and all that kind of jazz, and basically just educate you on the system, mate, and get some gear off K-Rend, and hopefully get you into the system using it, and you can offer it to your customers going forward, and you don't have to turn it away for now to do that, right? So it's not a training day; it's a demo day. I'm not going to be going through, you know, I'm not going to. Basically, I'm going to help you out, but I'm not going to do all the stuff I do on a training day. But it will be very educational. We get to talk to each other. We all get to communicate and have it like that. No, mate, they ran away from me today. Who's that? Oh, you're talking to someone else. All right, yes, But yeah, would any of you be up for that? Yeah, any of you be up for that? Same with the monos and stuff like that. So say VPI said to me, Joel, we'll sort you out some line render and that, because I know a lot of people are miffed about the line monos. I could get you sorted out, right? Come down and we'll have a demo day on it. I can show you it through some machines. I can show you it being applied. I can show you how to use accelerators with it. I can show you how to rule it. I can show you how to rub it back. And we can do all that. You can it's your chance to have a play with stuff. Someone's going to be filthy again, I bet. But you know what I mean? You get to have a bit of a mess about. Would you be up for that? Because I know these demo days are quite like, we try to do everything. Do you know what I mean? We try to do everything in day, because we get like a good mixture of people who want to come and try things, which is good. I think it's good. But if some of you just say, listen, I really want to do that FinCo, and or really want to use that HP12, right, and get it right. You know what I mean? And you know, it'd be good to see how people do it and stuff like that. If we could sort a demo out for that, would you be interested in it? Because it's totally free, and you're gonna go away from it with a bit more confidence. You know, who's saying this? Lime will be good. A lot of granite and stone build-ups here. That's what I mean. So we can do different ones. That's what I mean. That's what I'm trying to say to you. That's all I'm trying to say to you. If you'll be up for anything like that, let me know. I'm gonna post some stuff about it anyway. But I think it'll be beneficial. Like I said, there's not many people doing that out there for you. So take it if it's free, you know. Yeah, free education. Line mono will be good. A lot of granite and stone buildings up here. Yeah, man. So that's what I'm doing on my next 3 jobs, mate, from VPI. So yeah, I look forward to using it. I'll let you know how it goes anyway. But like I say, more days like that. It's mad. See, our industry's growing, man, and you know, a lot of plasterers now are actually getting asked to price up rendering jobs, and a lot of them are asking. That's where a lot of my workshop days are now coming from plasterers. So I encourage it. I encourage people, you know, to get involved with it, because I know it's growing. And I know you can make some money at it. You know, I'm not just going to say, nah, you don't do rendering because I do it. I believe there's enough for everybody in this market. Yeah, I don't know how to do that fake stone. I like watching people do it though. I think it looks good when I see people do it. I can't do it though. It's just one of them. I'd have to give it a go. Who's that? Can you give us some info on a new K-Rend GP mix? So what do you want to know, mate? What do you want to know about it? I can tell you. I can tell you a bit about it, but like I say, the best. Do you know what? Guys? Actually, I'm gonna tell you something now. I can tell you some bits about that, and I can talk about a lot of stuff. But check this out, right? I'm actually going to have a fella on here from K-Rend. I'm going to have a guy from K-Rend on here. He's called Jason, and he knows everything about it. He's worked for K-Rend for over 20 years, mate. So this guy knows his products. I'm going to get him on because I want to have a chat with him about basically, you know, about himself and about where, you know, he's how he's got into the industry and what he's done, because I know he's done a lot of stuff in this industry that like I say, no one knows this stuff like about these guys behind the scenes. They just know that we get the gear and it's nice. But he's part of that. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to have him on. It's probably going to be in a couple of weeks' time, but I'm going to have him on. I seen him the other day, yesterday actually, and we was having a chat about stuff. And this guy really knows his stuff. So like I say, I'm open. I can answer some questions, but you'll find when he comes on, these guys who are really into it, the different level. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, it will be interesting, mate. Honestly, like I said, when I talk to you about meeting good people, like I met the Kieran people, right? Met the last one marketing, couple of another area managers and stuff like that, and a couple of guys from who work actually with the products when they're getting developed and stuff. Yeah, so honestly, to what we talk about is getting out wall and doing this and doing that. What them guys talk about is, they're talking about changing this little bit of material or dropping that down a bit and upping that makes it do this, and they know everything, mate, about it. Do you know what I mean? So if you're into stuff and you like to know how stuff's done, and why it's done the way it's done, like I'm that type of guy. I Google everything. Someone tells me about something, I'll Google that shit and I'll read it. I'll watch videos about it because I want to learn. These are the type of people you ask questions to. So he'll know exactly what GP Motor can do, the GP Mix can do. So that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it's about, mate. So hopefully he'll be on it next couple of weeks. And like I say, I think I'm going to be doing, if no one wants to come to any days with the gear specifically, I'm going to be doing videos on them anyway. So I'm going to be getting some stuff and I'm going to go through the processes of how to use them and how they work and stuff like that. So I'm going to be getting some gear off of them for that. So I'm getting some off K-Rend and getting some off VPI. And on the Rendervate Hub, I'm going to, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to literally, give you all guides on there of the systems and the products and how to use them. It's all going to be part of the Rendervate Hub. So, yeah. I know that I do workshops and people are like, hey, why are you doing that when you do workshops? The thing is, guys, yeah, I think the workshops are one of them. It's people learn hands-on. Do you know what I mean? But if you want a guide, you can go there and do it. Do you know what I mean? You can go watch it on the Rendervate Hub website. But if you want to actually think hands-on, do it, boom, we'll do that. So, that's what it is. All about help, all about getting advice out there. But yeah, that's it. But listen, I've been talking for time, man, an hour and 11, and I'm absolutely jiggered. I've been up early doors. Yeah, I'm spraying lime mono probably next week. It will be next week. Weather dependent. Be next week. Oh. Did I tell you guys that I talked to Ben actually as well from CES? First time I talked to him on phone. I've talked on Messenger and stuff like that before and comments and shit, but I talked to him on phone over there, and he was good. He was really good to talk to. He might be someone who I'd get on as well, to be honest with you, because he knows his stuff, man. He knows his stuff. Like I say, I got on the phone to him, and man, I said, look, I'm going to apologise before I start because I'm going to ask you a lot of questions, and yeah, he was like, yeah, crack on, mate, all about, and he was very accommodating, mate, because I was like, I'm one of them guys, like I say, I asked loads of stuff, mate. I was like, okay, so how fast can it go? How slow can it go? Does it have a jet wash in it? How does it work? What about hydraulics? What are the switches like? And he just literally reeled off everything, and he made it really nice and easy for me to what's called it to get. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, that's it. Yeah, now picturing it. Yeah, that's right. And then, yeah, that was it, man. So he was really good. I reckon he could be another good guest on the show if he'd be up for that. Something I'll ask him in future. But yeah, he was sound. So yeah, madness, mate, madness. It's good. So just remember, when there's always a few people who are going to talk shit and be rotten eggs and that, and not be right. But then there's a lot more people out there who are good. You just got to, well, more or less talk to them and find them, aren't you? But just remember, you're always going to get some people who are negative and slag off stuff and change it up as soon as it benefits them. Do you know what I mean? But I'm all about being honest all the way through, mate. Just be all the way through. Yeah. If you're not down with something, don't be down with it. Fair enough. Don't knock something unless you try it. A few things there, isn't there? Yeah. Mm. Yeah, that's it, innit? Just ask people if you don't know, man. That's what you've got to do. Especially when they're in that position to educate you, man, and you can learn something from it. Ask them. Ask them. I have people coming down to them all days just to ask me questions, man. That does certain things, and I love it because I want to help them. I want to help you out. I want to show you like how to do something. Or if you've got a certain. Sometimes I've had people messaging me, right, asking me about not even about rendering or plastering, they're just in a sticky situation with something, and they ask me, do you know what I mean? They ask me like, oh, have you had this happen to you? And I've had most things that can happen to you in this business happen to you. So yeah, I can give my advice on it. And I'm glad that I can, and I'm probably one of the only ones that'll do that. You know what I mean? A lot of lads don't even have time to work with lads, but I'm struggling for time, but if I can, I will. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man, it's mad. It's mad out here. But we're nearly at 700 in the Rendervate hub as well. I've rejected a few people. We would have already been there, but I've rejected a few people. Because like I say, yeah, it's all about if you can't answer a question, you're not going to contribute, are you? So it's one of them, man. It's one of them. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good in the hood. Yeah, I'm getting pagged now. I feel like I need to take some of them Lemsip tablets or something. Oh. Oh. All plimps to do tomorrow as well. And my knee pads are in my truck, and my truck's in the garage. Nightmare, mate. Absolute nightmare. So I'm kneeling down on foam all day. Long. But right, listen up, man. I'm gonna get off, guys. Because I'm jiggered. I appreciate everybody who come on and watched. And what you put on me for HP12 as a primer. There's a few different things, man. There's a few different things. There's is it R7 acrylic? That's good stuff. I've used that on this job that I'm on now. I've used it over red brick. Get it on while it's still tacky. And I think I was the other one to do. I know Eco Ren do an S10. Is it R10? Kieran might do an R10. I'm not sure. Well, that's when you can dilute down and you. Oh no. R10's the green one that you put on, and you have to leave that 24 hours to dry. What's this? Yeah. So yeah, you can put that on, but you don't have to do that all the time. You can put HP12 straight onto stuff. You know what I mean? But if you want to control a bit of suction, or you want to make shit background a bit more sticky, get the R7 on there, bro. Yeah, thanks a lot, mate. You have a good evening too, mate. So I've learned the cost from Rendervate up, how to use the word pagged. Yeah, man. Pagged, mate. Tired and pagged, me. It's a standard word round here. That's what we always say. We don't say knackered or tired. We go, I'm pagged, me. Pagged, man. Knackered, pagged. Yeah. Yeah, well, I can control it, especially on a knack off. You can do it, but like I say, it's up to you. I use it from time to time when I just want to, control it a bit more because water can dry out quick, can't it? But yeah, I'm glad that I can also help you out with learning new slang from Leeds. Pagged, mate. I'm pagged. But yeah, listen, as tired as a cowboy's horse, and I don't know. Is that what you're trying to say? Listen, I'm off. Shattered, yeah, shattered standard, though, innit? That's in every country, man. No matter where you're going, world shattered. Yeah, I'm shattered. Pagged, that's it. Get it going, get it trending down in Bristol, mate. Pagged, mate. You know you've been in Leeds when you start saying I'm pagged mush. Then you know you've been in Leeds. Pagged mush. So yeah, I try not to talk too Yorkshire when I'm on here. I want you to understand me. Well, right, listen, I'm off me. I'm gonna probably turn over this football because, like I say, no disrespect to my Bradford boys, but this is some shit level of finish football. I can't even kick ball properly. It's mad. But anyway, I'm outie, guys. Love you all. Take care and be safe and enjoy it.